Yen paused at the entrance for a brief moment, her grip tightening slightly around the books in her hand. The house looked exactly the same, everything in the place, everything quiet, everything controlled. Just 2 days ago, she would have looked around, pointed something out, made a casual comment to Sarah without even thinking. Today, she didn't let her eyes move, she didn't give herself that space without reacting to anything. She stepped inside like she had already decided this place didn't matter anymore. Her steps were steady and purposeful, not slow, not hesitant. There was no curiosity left in her movements. She wasn't here to feel anything. She was here to finish what she came for and leave. Living room. Sarah noticed the difference the second Yen walked in. It wasn't just silence, it was the way she carried herself closed off the distance, like she had built a wall in just one night. Yen, you are here? Ian gave a small note, adjusting the books slightly before placing them on the table without looking around. We have to finish the assignment today, right? Let's just complete it. Her tone was straight, almost too straight. Sarah frowned, stepping a little closer, trying to read her properly. Yeah, we will, but what's wrong with you today? Ian didn't answer immediately. She opened her notebook, flipping a page, as if that question wasn't important enough to stop for. Nothing wrong, I'm normal. Sarah crossed her arms slightly inconvenienced, her eyes not leaving Ian's space. No, you are not. Yesterday you just left like you didn't even say anything properly. Why? Ian's hand paused for a fraction of a second over the page, just for a moment. Then she continued, her voice calm, controlled. It got late, so I left. That's it, don't overthink. Sarah stepped closer now, lowering her voice, more serious. Jan, look at me. Is everything okay? You clearly avoiding something. This time, Yen didn't look at her, but there was no softness in her expression, only resistant. I said, I am fine, Sarah. Let's just finish the work. There was a slight edge in her tone, not sharp enough to be noticed. Sarah hesitated, but she still tried carefully bringing it up. Is it about Jang? Yen shut it down immediately. Can we not talk about him? The interruption was quick, firm, and a little too defensive. There was silence for a second. Sarah slowly straightened, watching her closely. So, it is it about him? Ian exhaled quietly, irritation showing just enough now. I didn't say that. I don't want to talk about it, please. Her voice wasn't loud, but it was final. Sarah didn't push anymore. Jungkook point of view upstairs. Jungkook heard the door open the moment Yen entered. He didn't plan to notice, but he did. Her footsteps were familiar, slightly quick, slightly careless in rhythm, but something about them felt different today. He stood still for a second, listening without realizing he was doing it. She's here. His expression shifted slightly. Something subtle passing through him before he walked toward the stairs. He didn't go down completely. He just stopped midway, where he could hear but not been seen. Her voice reached him, but it wasn't the same. No teasing, no necessary comments, no energy. Just straight answers, but brows pulled together slightly. Why is he talking like that? Then Sarah's voice. Then her question, that sharp interruption. Can we not talk about him? Jungkook went still, the line hit clearly than anything else. His jaw tightened slightly, his gaze lowering for a second before lifting again. So now she doesn't even want to hear my name. She didn't like the feeling settling in his chest. Not at all. Hallway. A few minutes later, Anne picked up her notebook and walked toward the room. Her steps were calm, controlled, like she had already pushed everything else aside. At the same time, Jungkook stepped into the hallway. This time, they didn't push, they didn't just pass silently. They stopped because he didn't let her walk past. He didn't move slightly into her path, not blocking harshly, but enough that she had stopped. Yen looked up, her expression immediately turning neutral. No surprise, no awkwardness, just distance. There was a small pause, then Jungkook, you are ignoring me now? His tone wasn't loud, but it was direct. Yen held his gaze for a second, then shifted her notebook slightly in her hand. I have to work, move. No greeting, no hesitation, just that. Jungkook frowned slightly, not moving. That's how you talk now? Yen let out a quiet breath, her patience already thinning. I don't remember asking you anything. That landed harder than expected. Jungkook's expression changed, irritation mixing with something else. What's your problem? Yen titled her head slightly, looking at him properly now. Not softly, nervously, just directly. Nothing. You said yourself right. I'm annoying and I ruin everything. There was a brief pause, his words thrown back at him, clear, exact. Jungkook didn't respond immediately. For the first time, he didn't have something ready to say. Yen continued her tone calm but firm. So I'm fixing that. I'm not talking, I'm not interfering. I'm just finishing my work and leaving. She stepped aside slightly to the side, trying to move past him again. But he spoke before she could. That's not what I meant. Yen stopped again, not because she wanted to, but because her tone was different. She turned back slightly, her expression unreadable. It sounded very clear to me. Jungkook ran his hand through his head, frustrated. You are overacting. That was the wrong thing to say. Yen eyes hardened just a little. And you are used to say things without thinking. Silence, heavier one this time. They stood there for a moment, neither of them moving. Yen broke it. Move. I don't want to be late finishing this too. Jungkook didn't stop her again. This time he stepped aside, not because he agreed, because he didn't know what to say next. Yen walked past him, and this time she really didn't look back. Jungkook boo. He stood there for a few seconds after she left. Her words replayed clearly. I'm annoying. I ruin everything. He exhaled slowly, looking down for a moment before glancing toward the room she walked into. Something about this didn't sit right with him. Not the argument, not her tone, not even the distance. It was the fact that she meant it, and for the first time, he didn't know how to fix it. The room was quiet except the sound of pages turning and pen strokes. Yen sat on the side of the table, completely focused on her notebook. Her posture was straight, her attention fixed. Nothing else in the room mattered. She didn't look up unnecessarily, didn't start conversations, didn't react to anything around her. Every moment of her was controlled, intentional. Sarah sat across her, pretending to work, but her eyes kept drifting back to Anne. This wasn't normal usually. Ken would talk in between, complain about the assignment, make random comments, distract her at least 10 minutes before finishing one page. Today, nothing.